This is review problem number 1 for assessment number 4. They want us to find the double derivative for y equals x cubed times x cubed, or x to the fourth minus 3 to the fifth power. So this problem is going to require us to use a product rule because of the multiplication. It's also going to require us to use a chain rule because we have a function inside of another function. So let's go ahead and get started. We want to start to find the double derivative. We want to find the first derivative first. So let's go ahead and find y prime. Now we know in order to find y prime, we're going to have to use the product rule. So over here I'm going to do my product rules on the right side. So product rule, and we'll say number 1. This is u equals x cubed. U prime is, well, that's the derivative of u, so that's 3x squared. V is the function x to the fourth minus 3 to the fifth power. And v prime is the derivative of this function, which is, we do the derivative of the outside first, so 5x to the fourth minus 3 to the fourth power. And then we multiply by the derivative of the inside. Chain rule here. So derivative of the outside, which we did by bringing the power to the front, and then subtracting 1. And now we're doing the derivative of the inside. Well, the derivative of x to the fourth minus 3 is 4x cubed, and the minus 3, the derivative of that is just 0. So we end up with times 4x cubed. We can write that as 20x cubed. All right, we take the 4x cubed times the 5. Times x to the fourth minus 3 to the fourth power. Okay, now we're actually ready to write the product rule out. So we know the product rule is u prime v plus u v prime, and it doesn't really matter what order, just as long as you do a prime with one of the other variables. So let's go with u prime times v, so we'll do 3x squared times x to the fourth minus 3 to the fifth. That's u prime times v, plus, now we're going to do the outside, u times v prime, so that's going to be x cubed times this bottom, which is 20x to the third x to the fourth minus 3 to the fourth. Let's simplify that a little bit. We can combine like terms here, and that'll give us 3x squared times x to the fourth minus 3 to the fifth power, plus this is 20x to the sixth x to the fourth minus 3 to the fourth. Now I think at this point, if we wanted to, we could do some factoring here. I think we could factor out x to the fourth minus 3 if we wanted to. I don't really know if that helps us any. Let's see what happens when we do that. Let's see. We're going to take x to the fourth minus 3 out, so x to the fourth minus 3, but we're not going to take one of them, we're going to take 4 of them. So 4 of them come out. What does that leave left? That leaves, inside here we end up with 3x squared times x to the fourth minus 3. And then plus 20x to the sixth. So I guess it is getting a little simpler here because I can distribute here and maybe combine some like terms. So this is kind of nice. Let's do that. X to the fourth minus 3 to the fourth. And I end up with 3x squared times x to the fourth, which is 3x to the sixth minus 9x squared plus 20x to the sixth. And then I can say that that is x to the fourth minus 3 to the fourth. And then I have 3x to the sixth, and 20x to the sixth is 23x to the sixth minus 9x squared. So I think we got a little bit simpler. We went from having two different product rules when we take the second derivative to just having one product rule, which I think is advantageous for us. So we're now going to do y double prime. So I'm going to say product rule number 2. I like to number these just to make sure that we know which one goes with what. So we're going to say u equals x to the 4th minus 3 to the 4th. The derivative of that is 4x to the 4th minus 3 times the derivative of the inside. Oop, I forgot the power here. So 4x to the 4th minus 3 to the 3rd power times the derivative of the inside, which is 4x to the 3rd power, and then derivative of minus 3, that's just 0. So we can write that as 16x cubed x to the 4th minus 3 cubed. And then v is the function 23x to the 6th minus 9x squared, and this derivative is pretty easy to get. 6 comes to the front, 6 times 23 gives you 138, so this is 138 x to the 5th and minus 18x. Okay, so our product rule set up here, we've got u prime, v, and v prime. So now we can do just like we did in the first problem. Let's start with u prime and v. So we're going to say this is equal to 16x cubed times x to the 4th minus 3 cubed, all right, this part here, and we're going to multiply that times this v part. So times, and I'll put this in parentheses, this is 23x to the 6th minus 9x squared. Plus, we're going to have to squeeze this a little bit, u, which is x to the 4th minus 3 to the 4th times 138 x to the 5th minus 18x. So 138 x to the 5th, and we're kind of running out of room, minus 18x. I'm going to kind of scrunch it in there. I know that doesn't look great. I'll try to slide this over just a hair and write y equals here, and then we'll try to combine some terms so they don't overlap. Let's see. Well, we can multiply the 16x cubed to each of these terms, right, if we rewrite this. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to do 16x cubed. I'm going to rearrange this so it's 23x to the 6th minus 9x squared times x to the 4th minus 3 cubed. So I'm just rearranging these multiplications. And then plus, we can actually multiply this out. Well, let's not, no we can't, because of the x to the 4th minus 3 to the 4th. So we're going to say x to the 4th minus 3 to the 4th. And again, we've got 138 x to the 5th minus 18x. So now we're going to do some distributing here. So we're going to say that that is equal to, let's do 16 times 23, 368. So this is 368 x to the 9th minus 16 times 9, 144 x to the 5th times x to the 4th minus 3 cubed, plus we've got x to the 4th minus 3 to the 4th times 138 x to the 5th minus 18x. Alrighty, I think that the next step for us would be to factor out x to the fourth minus 3. So let's do that. Let's factor out x to the fourth minus 3, and that would be x to the fourth minus 3 to the third power. We're going to take 3 of them out. That's going to leave you with, this will just leave 368 x to the ninth minus 144 x to the fifth. And then, so we're factoring this out. So we're left with plus. And then over here we have x to the fourth minus 3, there's only 1 left, times 138 x to the fifth minus 18x. So now we can actually do some distributing in here. And we can say that we have x to the fourth minus 3 cubed. Distribute here. So we still have 368 x to the ninth minus 144 x to the fifth. And then we can start distributing x to the fourth times this 138 will be plus 138 x to the ninth. X to the fourth times the negative 18x be negative 18x to the fifth. Negative 3 times 138 is negative 414 x to the fifth. And negative 3 times 18, or negative 18 that is 54. So plus 54x. All right, I'm going to slide up just a hair. And we've got basically one line left if we do it correctly. So x to the fourth minus 3 cubed. We can combine the x to the ninths. So 368 plus 138 is 506 x to the ninth. And we can combine the negative 144x to the fifth and the negative 18x to the fifth and the negative 414x to the fifth. So negative 144 minus 18 minus 414 minus 576 x to the fifth, and then plus the 54x. And that is our double derivative answer for this problem.